It's the first day of Lunar New Year, and while most people are still basking in the holiday spirit, there I was, a miserable research assistant, heading back to the lab to feed the mice. Responsible and dedicated. Yes. Tragic and laughable. Absolutely. After finishing up, I was so hungry that my stomach felt glued to my spine. I wandered out to find lunch, but the only open place on the whole College Avenue was a hot pot restaurant. Normally this spot is a ghost town, but today, it was jam-packed. I sat down scanning the crowd like a detective. Next to me was a group of rowdy middle schoolers, gossiping like there was no tomorrow. Diagonally behind me, a quiet family of 3 was eating in silence. Mom, Dad, and their teenage daughter. Just as I started digging into my hot pot, the real entertainment walked in. A mom, probably in her mid-30s, strolled in looking like she had just stepped out of a Beverly Hills shopping spree, complete with a designer purse and sunglasses, indoors, in rainy Nangang of all places. Trailing her were her teenage daughter, a hyper little brother, and a sweet grandma who radiated grandson-obsessed energy. The chaos kicked off immediately. The little brother, who looked like he'd had about 5 Red Bulls, started zooming around the restaurant. When the mom asked her daughter what she wanted to eat, the daughter replied, "Meatballs." Without a second thought, the little brother jumped off his chair and sprinted to the buffet. In no time, he returned with a plate heaped high with 30 meatballs, which he dumped all at once into his sister's hot pot. The girls stared in disbelief at her now meatball mountain soup, while their mom's face froze, her jaw clenching so hard you could almost hear it. But Grandma was still beaming, completely clueless, and praised the boy for being so thoughtful. I nearly lost it, trying not to laugh so hard that my stomach hurt. But it didn't stop there. The little boy went on a food-fetching spree, and next he targeted Grandma. He piled a plate with so much pig's blood cake it looked like a lumpy, dark brown volcano about to erupt. Again, Grandma was over the moon. "Oh my, what a good boy. He knows Grandma loves pig's blood cake." I had to bury my face in my soup to keep from bursting out laughing. Then came the pinnacle of absurdity, the ice cream incident. The boy spotted the ice cream machine and demanded some. Mom initially refused, but Grandma's golden grandchild power was unbeatable. Defeated, Mom let him go for it. He gleefully scooped a mountain of strawberry ice cream and, get this, jammed the entire ice cream scoop into his mouth like he was playing a flute made of frozen dairy. My jaw dropped. Even the high school kids next to me went wide-eyed. One of the boys exclaimed, "Dude, this kid's got skills. He fit the whole thing in." A girl nearby shouted back, "Psh, that's nothing. I could totally do that." The whole restaurant went silent. Even the staff clearing tables froze in place. The awkwardness was thicker than the steam from the hot pots. But the kid wasn't done. He decided strawberry ice cream was gross and dumped the whole thing into Grandma's hot pot, turning it into a swirling pink soup disaster. Mom finally lost it, swatting his hand. "How's Grandma supposed to eat now, huh?" she yelled. Grandma tried to keep the peace, laughing nervously. "Oh, it's fine. People pay good money for weird fusion hot pots like tomato milk or sugarcane broth." Picked up a piece of pig's blood cake, now soaking in strawberry broth, and ate it with a smile. The boy burst into tears, wailing with snot and tears running down his face. "I want Auntie to be my mom. She's better than you," he screamed. The mom, her face red with fury, shouted back, "What's so great about Auntie? Does she take you out for hot pot? Does she buy you Haagen-Dazs?" The kid shot back, "Auntie gives me baths, and she even gives Daddy baths." The restaurant went dead silent. Even the bubbling broth seemed to pause. I couldn't believe my ears. A family scandal, right there, in public. Grandma looked like she finally pieced it together, quietly munching on her strawberry-flavored blood cake. The sister kept battling her meatball mountain, and I struggled to keep from laughing. I paid my bill and bolted out of there, barely able to contain myself. Outside, the quiet couple from earlier had also finished their meal. The mom threatened her husband, "If you ever let some auntie bathe you, I'll cut it off." The dad just chuckled and replied, "Good thing we don't have a son then. No auntie problems for us." I nearly doubled over from laughing so hard my stomach cramping. Truly, this was a hot pot experience for the ages.